What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Anna, and whether you are a new or returning subscriber, I am so glad that you are here. This class is, I'm calling it like yoga for athletes. This is kind of meant to be done like on your recovery day if you've done a lot of pretty tough workouts and you're feeling sort of sore and stiff. It's also, you can think of this as like recovery from the week. I often teach yoga classes that I like want to do on like Monday morning to like get my attitude right, or classes that I like to do on a Friday, like in the space between like being done with work and like having a glass of wine. Think of it as kind of like that. We are going to hit full body. There's going to be a little bit of mobility thrown in there as well, so I hope you enjoy. You might want a pillow or something for class, but not necessary. Once you have everything that you need, I will meet you on your mat. All right, friends, we are going to get into it with a child's pose. So you can go ahead and meet me at the back of your mat. Feel free to like give your knees a little extra cushion here. The knees will come wide, big toes touch. I'm gonna give you a couple options as you send your forehead to the floor. You can reach the arms overhead. If you've been feeling, like you've been doing a lot of like pushing or a lot of like lifting this week, you can also release and relax the upper traps a little bit, taking the hands the other direction, so letting the hands come towards the back of your mat. Rest the upper arms on your thighs. Rest your forehead on the floor. Imagine that you could like hug yourself with your breath. We're taking deeper breaths is adjacent to giving yourself a hug. Soften your belly, soften your face. Let's take an inhale here together, filling up. Open mouth, exhale. Tuning into these nourishing breaths. Every inhale is like an ocean wave, or like a morning dew just misting grass. Every exhale, let something go. Staying here, one more cycle of breath in. One more cycle of breath out. Let's meet on all fours. Bring your hands under shoulders, knees under your hips. We'll inhale, find a cow pose, lift your tailbone, lift your heart up, shoulders roll together and down. Exhale, cat pose, rounding your back, release your head. Really let the head go. Couple more, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more, inhale, cow. Roll the shoulders down, look up. Exhale, cat, let your head go. We'll start to move into some circles. So as you find a cow, inhale. Exhale, begin to drop your ribs to the right, round through a cat back, drop your ribs to the left, dropping through cow. And then you're kind of smoothing out all of that movement, making big circles with your rib cage. Really let your head go. And notice how your head kind of circles in the opposite direction. Good. And then the next time you come back through your cow, we're just going to change direction. So pushing ribs to the left, rounding through cat back, ribs push right, down through center, smoothing out that movement. Really let the head go. You're creating like a whole spiral through your spine, breathing in, breathing out. Come back through center. Let's stretch your wrists for a moment. So, right, thinking of recovery, if you've been doing like a lot of planks this week or even a lot of yoga, let's take a chance to stretch your wrist. Take your right hand, flip it up. So the fingers point towards your knees, palm faces the sky. If this is super intense, just walk the knees in a little bit. Good. Maybe wiggle the fingers a little bit here too, breathing in. Exhale, switch it out. So the right hand comes down, your left hand comes up. So back of your hand is on the ground, the wrist is on the ground, your palm is towards the sky. So again, if your hand is a little bit more like this, if your knuckles are down, see if you can bring that whole back of your hand, the wrist is down. Maybe wiggle your fingers, breathing in. Exhale, reset, left hand under your shoulder. Then I want you to begin to shift your hips back towards your heels as you slide the right hand towards your right foot. Take a big inhale, circle the right arm up, turn your chest to the right. Exhale, reach forward and down, sliding fingertips on your mat. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, reaching down. And I want you to think about like taking up space. Sense the movement of your shoulder blades. So like your shoulder blades like a hockey puck, just gliding along the back. Next time the right arm is up, inhale, reaching up, maybe circle the hand. And then as you exhale, we'll move into thread the needle. Bring your right arm under your left shoulder, turn your gaze to the left rather. So you're letting the right temple rest, letting the head be heavy here. Lift your left hip crease back a little bit, turn your right hip forward. Then push into your left hand, you'll inhale to unthread, send the right arm up. Exhale, come back to center. And then we'll do that on the other side as you begin to move hips towards your heels, left hand slides on your mat. Take that big inhale, circle the left arm up, turn your chest to the left. Exhale, reaching forward and down. So you're just kind of creating these big arm circles as you're getting a little bit of rotation going through the upper chest. Shoulder blade glides along your back like a hockey puck. Good, and then now the next time your left arm is up, take a moment to stay. Maybe wiggle the fingers, circle the wrist. Breathing in. Exhale, thread the needle. Left arm comes under your right shoulder. Allow the left temple to rest on the floor. Reach your right hip crease slightly back. Head is heavy. Relax your face. Then push into your right hand. I want you to unthread. Send the left arm high as you breathe in. Exhale, left hand under your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Let's come all the way back into down dog. Nice inverted V shape here. Feel free to pedal it out a little bit, bending into one knee, bending into the other knee. Find a little bit of stillness as you're ready. Sense that your hands are shoulder width distance apart. Your feet are hips width distance. As you push the floor away from you, feel the low tips of your shoulder blades stretch away from your hips, but this whole bowl of your pelvis reaches up and back away from the low tips of your shoulder blades. And then listen here, as you inhale, I want you to roll forward to a high plank. So we're just gonna pass this high plank. And then as you exhale, we'll come to a down dog, but I just want you to tap your right hand to your left shin. So just find a little bit of a twist here. So inhale, plank, come forward. And exhale, reach left hand back to right shin. Inhale, plank. Exhale, right hand, left shin. Inhale, plank. Exhale, left to right. One more each side. Inhale, plank. Exhale, right to left. Inhale, plank. Exhale, left to right. Back through center. Find your plank, breathe in. Exhale, down dog. This time, walk your hands back to your feet. So take ragdoll at the back of your mat. Soften your knees. Let the weight of your torso go here. Option to hold your elbows or maybe sway just a little bit, side to side. Sensing your spine is like honey oozing from a jar. Breathing in. Exhale, release your hands. Bend your knees, tuck your chin to your chest, pull your navel to your spine, roll vertebrae by vertebrae. Coming all the way up. Good, meet me at the front of your mat. Walk up to the front of your mat. As you inhale, send your arms up. As you exhale, I want you to grab your left wrist. Take a side bend to the right. So push your hips to the left, lean your torso to the right, lean your heart back a little bit. Inhale, round through center, chin to chest, dome the upper back. So think of a standing cat pose. Exhale, grab your right wrist, take a side bend. Lean your torso to the left, push your hips to the right. Come back through center. Inhale, lift your arms, maybe reach the thumbs up and back. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at your hips. Lift up halfway as you inhale. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back to a plank, breathing in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Listen here. Let's inhale, send your right leg high. Exhale, bring your right knee to your chest. Give me 3 big leg circles to the right for 3, and really making it big and loose for 2. Change directions in 1, circling the other way for 1. Nice and loose for 2. And 3, good. Inhale, straighten your right leg, square your hips. This time as you exhale, step your right foot outside of your right hand. I want you to find a wide lunge here. So you are kind of high on your fingertips, or at least I'm high on my fingertips. Your knuckles can come down and your palms can come down. Roll your shoulders down, feel the heart stretch forward. We're going to connect into your back leg a little bit to kind of fire your glutes, and through that, it's called reciprocal inhibition of your glute firing. It's going to tell your brain to tell your hip flexor to release, okay? So let's inhale, bend your left knee. Then exhale, press your left leg to straight. Keep scooping the hips forward, press the left thigh up. A couple more. Inhale, bend, exhale, press. So just on your own here. Feel your low core also kind of sandwich towards the back of your hips. Squeeze the left quad up, squeeze left thigh bone up. Good. The next time your left leg is straight, hold that. Keep your hips scooping forward. As you inhale, send the right arm up. And listen here, as you exhale, I want you to reach the right arm under your left shoulder. So it's an active thread the needle. Turn your gaze to the left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach under. If you've taken my class before, you know I love to do this. One more time, inhale up. And exhale under. Good, reach the right arm up, inhale. Exhale, place your right hand down, look forward. Step your left foot also wide. So both heels are kind of on the mat, toes turn slightly off the mat. Find a squat. Bend your knees, sit your hips back and down. Feel your shins rock back slightly. Lots of weight into your heels. Heels are super heavy here. Chest is lifted and proud. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. Bring your feet hips width distance or together to touch. Bend your knees, chin to chest, navel to spine. Roll all the way up. Good. Once you are up, inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, side bend, grab your left wrist, lean right. Inhale, standing catch. Exhale, side bend, grab your right wrist. Inhale through center, maybe you reach up and back here. Exhale, forward fold. Lift up halfway as you inhale. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, come back to your high plank, breathe in. Exhale, down dog. All right, other side. Let's inhale, send your left leg high. Exhale, bend your left knee to your chest. 3 big circles left for 3, right? Making it big. Here's 2. 1, you reverse that circle for 1, 2, 3. Good. Inhale, straighten your legs, square your hips. This time as you exhale, step your left foot wide. So left foot's going to come outside of your left hand, finding that wide stance here. Settling in. Again, your palms, your fingertips, your knuckles can come down. We'll bend and stretch your right knee. So the right knee will bend, hover, press just straight. Squeezing through your right glute. Stay high on your right toes, push the heel back. And then the next time your right knee is lifted, keep it there, hip scoop forward. Inhale, send your left arm up. Exhale, active thread the needle. The left arm just reaches under your right shoulder. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach under. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach under. You'll inhale to reach up. Exhale, place your left hand down, look forward. The right foot steps wide too. Heel slightly in, toes slightly out. Find your squat. Inhale. Just passing through it. This time as you exhale, fold. Bring your feet together or hips width. Bend your knees, chin to chest, roll up to stand. Once you're at the top, inhale, arms up. Exhale, grab your left wrist, side bend. Inhale, standing cat. Exhale, right wrist, side bend. Inhale, center, maybe the thumbs. Lift up and back. Exhale, folds. Lift up halfway as you inhale. Then listen here, this time as you exhale, bring your feet together to touch, and we'll take a crouching curl position. Bend your knees, hover your hips to your heels, so the heels will really lift, hips lower, round chin to chest, forehead to knees, and hold. So feel your heels shift forward. This is going to give you a stretch right through your toes and through your feet. It's really important not to neglect our feet in recovery. Really rounding yourself into a tiny ball. You're going to breathe in here. Exhale, lower down onto your hips. I'm going to invite you to have an open mind. Go with me on this next thing. I'm going to show you why. You might think like, this is not recovery, Anna. I'm going to tell you why I like to incorporate it in recovery. You're going to lie in your right forearm. Stack your knees, stack your feet, bend your knees in front of you a little bit. Left hand can be on your hip. It can also be out in front of you. And as you lift your hips, I also want you to lift your left knee. Okay, so we're going to lower down. Lift, inhale, lower, exhale, lift, lower, and lift. So, yeah, we're working your shoulders, we're working your core, but we're also working your glutes, your outer hips. The left leg is not weight bearing right now, but the right leg is. Right, your right thigh is pressing towards the floor, right outer glute is squeezing. Let's go for 4, for 3, and you'll be done with this side. In 2, in 1. Awesome. So come down. Turn forward. Your right knee will stay bent. The left foot comes forward of your right foot, okay? So if I were to pull my left heel back, it'd be in line with my ankle, but I'm gonna slide my foot a couple inches forward. You can think of the right leg almost like in a pigeon leg. Right hand's gonna come behind you. Start to push into your left heel and your right shin. I want you to inhale, lift your hips up. Reach back. You can even look back towards the right hand. As you exhale, lower, hover your hips, draw your left elbow towards your left thigh. You'll inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, reach up and back. Exhale, lower. Lift. Lower. For 3, ooh, my right glute's feeling it. For 2. Last one here, lift, lower, come all the way down, and then guess what? We're gonna go in a half pigeon. Sit onto your right hip, you can even lean to your right, swing your left leg around. So here is where a block or a pillow might feel nice. Take a second to make sure the left heel's behind your hip, and your left hip hugs forward, your right hip hugs back. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Breathing in. Exhale, slowly start to come down. You can even readjust, maybe bringing the right foot closer towards the top of your mat. So basically we did all of that work, engaging your right glute. So now it can release into the stretch. Slowly walk your hands under your shoulders, tuck your left toes. Inhale, send your right leg high, find a 3-leg dog. Good. Feel free to kind of shake out the leg, doing any circles, shakes. As you're ready, let's pass through down dog and do the other side. So now you'll come forward. Let's lower onto your left forearm. It's all in my little bag of tricks. We're just doing these things to kind of squeeze the left glute, and then once it comes to pigeon, it's like, hello, I gotta relax now. Okay, stack your knees, stack your feet, bend the knees in front of you slightly, begin to push into the left forearm, and as you start to lift your hips, you're going to lift your right knee. Inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Lift and lower. So lots of things working here. Your shoulder, your obliques, the left side of your waist, and your outer hips. Lift and lower. Really think of squeezing into the left glute as you bump the hips up. Left thigh presses towards the floor, away from the right thigh. You're here for 4, for 3, 2. The last one here, lift, lower. Whew. Okay, so now as you come up, the left leg, where it's going to be in that half pigeon position, left knee bent, foot flexed. If you were to bring the right heel, it would come in line with the left ankle. You're going to slide the right foot forward just so it's comfortable on your knee. Place the left hand behind you, and as you inhale, begin to lift your hips, reach the right arm back, right? You can gaze down towards the left hand, and then lower, hover the hips, right elbow towards right thigh. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Lift and lower. Think of the left shin pressing into the floor, squeezing into your left glute. You're here for 3. Coming all the way down in 2. Last one here, lift, lower, lower all the way down. Setting up for half pigeon. Now, as you sit onto your left hip, right leg's going to swing around. So you're coming all the way around. Feel free to use a pillow for this. Make sure that your heel is behind your hip. Think of turning the right hip forward. Squeeze your left hip crease back a little bit, breathing in to prepare. Exhale, slowly taking it into a fold. Slowly walk your hands under your shoulders, tuck your right toes. Inhale to a 3-leg dog, send your left leg high. Exhale, you can stack the hips, maybe shake the leg a little bit, whatever feels good. As you're ready, down dog is where we meet. Take an inhale, look forward. Exhale, come down to a seated position and send your legs out in front of you. So the last thing we'll do is a tractioned forward fold. It's kind of like giving yourself a self-adjustment. It might feel pretty good. You can sit on your pillow if you want, but I do want your knees bent, and I want you to feel that you're sitting on like the base of your hamstrings rather than like on your glutes. And you're gonna cup your hands behind your femurs and start to pull your femurs back into your hip sockets. And just notice, right? I'm exaggerating it slightly, but what this is doing by pulling the femurs back into the hip sockets in this way, it's forcing your hips to rotate forward anteriorly, which which is what we want in a forward fold. So let's take an inhale here, shoulders roll down, but lift your back. And as you exhale, keep that traction on the thighs as you keep moving the hips forward and bringing your chest towards your thighs. Maybe the legs straighten a little bit. Think of rolling the bowl of your pelvis towards the ground. You can stay here in that traction, or maybe you let yourself walk out into a fold. Taking a deep breath in and out. Slowly roll up. Find a seated position. Let's just take a quick neck stretch. Drop your right ear to right shoulder. Feel free to stay or rest the right hand lightly on your left ear. Relax the front of your throat. We'll inhale, come to center, change your sides, left ear, left shoulder. Option, gently rest the left hand on your right ear. Back through center, floating the head up. Take a couple of shoulder rolls one way, other way. And then as you're ready, inhale, reach the arms up. Palms touch, exhale, hands to heart. Maybe close your eyes, centering yourself with gratitude, right? Thinking of that deep breath like an embrace, like a hug for yourself. Breathing in, feel good breath in. Big exhale, feel good breath out. Open your eyes slowly. I invite you to take anything restorative that feels good for you. Continue to meditate. Shavasana, legs up the wall. Could be really nice right now for more recovery. Let me know how class was. Let's leave the moon emoji. If you took this class, we'll leave the moon emoji. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you again so much. I'll see you in the next video.